Imagine going for a regular checkup and discovering something shocking inside you. A tiny, partially developed twin. Sounds crazy, right? But this is a real medical condition known as fetus in fetu, a rare and bizarre phenomena where a baby is born with the twin trapped inside their body. Stay tuned because today on Vital Mysteries, we are uncovering one of the strangest medical mysteries in human history. So, what exactly is fetus in fetu? It happens when identical twins start developing inside the mother's womb, but instead of growing separately, one twin becomes trapped inside the other. Over time, this trapped twins stops growing normally, but it doesn't disappear. Instead, it remains inside the living body, sometimes for years, even decades. Sometimes doctors only discover it later in life when a person starts feeling unexplained pain, swelling, or discomfort. And when they do an X ray or a scan, they find something truly shocking, a tiny, underdeveloped twin with bones, hair, and sometimes even teeth. Sounds creepy, right? But don't worry. We are going to break it down in a way that makes sense. Now let's take a step back. To understand fetus in feto, we need to talk about identical twins. Normally, when a fertilized egg splits in half, it creates two separate babies, identical twins. But in extremely rare cases, one twin doesn't separate properly and gets trapped inside the other's body. It's almost like one baby eats the other twin, not in a scary way, but by accidentally absorbing it into their body. Instead of growing on its own, the trapped twin remains inside as a tiny, undeveloped mass. This is why fetus in feto is incredibly rare, only about 1 in 5 lakh births worldwide. So, what does this trapped twin look like? Doctors have found that in most cases, the undeveloped twins has bones, hair, teeth, and limb-like structures. But here is the interesting part. It never has a fully formed brain or working organs. That's because it stopped developing very early in pregnancy. So even though it may look like a tiny human, but it's not actually alive. It's more like a mass of tissues that never fully became a person. There have been some shocking cases of fetus in feto around the world. A 7-month-old baby in India had a parasitic twin inside his stomach, complete with a spine, limb, and hair. A 17-year-old girl in Indonesia lived her whole life without knowing she had a twin inside her. A 36-year-old man in China discovered he had been carrying his twin inside him for decades. One of the largest fetus in feto cases have ever recorded weighed nearly 2 kg. That's almost a size of a newborn baby. So what happens when doctors discover a fetus in feto case? The only solution is surgery. Doctors carefully remove the undeveloped twin from the person's body. In most cases, the person recovers completely and goes on to live a normal life. But sometimes, if trapped twin is deeply embedded in an organ, the surgery can be complicated. Now you might be thinking this sounds similar to a tumor. Is it the same thing? Not quite. There is a type of tumor called a teratoma which also contains bones, hair and teeth. But there is a one big difference. Fetus in fetu has a spine and is structured like a tiny twin. Teratomas are just random tissue growths without any organized body parts. Doctors can easily tell them apart using CT scans and X-rays. Over the years, fetus in fetu has led to some bizarre myths. Some people believed that the trapped twin was alive and could control the host body, but remember, it has no brain, so that's impossible. Others thought the twin might wake up and start growing, but again, it's not truly alive, this never happens. In some cultures, people believed carrying a twin inside you was a sign of divine power. But now we know the truth. It's just a rare biological mistake that happens in early development. So there you have it, the strange and shocking mystery of fetus in fetu. It's one of the rarest medical condition in the world, and even though it sounds like something out of a horror movie, it's just a fascinating quirk of nature. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Vital Mysteries. Let us know in the comments what's the weirdest medical mystery you have ever heard of. Thanks for watching and we will see you in next episode.